So now we're back in Max again. You can see here was the original shield I had. It's kind of hexagons at an angle, but they just weren't lighting well, and it's just not. It wasn't working. It could work, just the angle is not working. So I'm gonna go ahead and try something different here. First, I kind of wanted just to see if I added some more verts to this, what it might do. Maybe it might have some better lighting, but I don't think it's going to work. But just in case, I'm going to go ahead and just export a version of just this old shield, in case I want to try it at a different angle or something like that. So here I'm just taking pieces away. Seeing if a smaller one might do something different. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and just start pulling some pieces off other places on the model and make something new over here. Maybe it's not a shield anymore. Maybe it's another kind of melee weapon. Some kind of axe or something. So I was pulling the neck and the head off. That's a pretty kind of graphic part of this character, is that hammerhead shape. So maybe repeating that on the arm. Again, like I've said a number of times in this, is being able to repeat different themes, stylistic themes, or different forms throughout a design. It's always a good idea. So just moving pieces around, trying to come up with a interesting shape. Don't want it to look like he has another head on his arm. It needs to look unique enough. So you can see kind of where it attaches here, maybe to the forearm. Maybe this thing like kind of extends out when he punches or something. Kind of like the idea. It's like maybe kind of like an axe or something. Maybe it's an energy axe of some kind. Just playing with the forms. I think that could work. I like having pieces that come up off the forearm, kind of back up towards the arm. Kind of counterbalances what's going on up front. And also a lot of times, when you have things go back up the forearm like that, just visually the lines can kind of curve back, leading the eye back up to the head. Think about some kind of spiky forms here on the side. Maybe I can do a couple different ones of these. It's looking pretty insect-like. Still needs to match the design on the rest of the guy. So here I'm just kind of thinking about filling up that space in the inside that kind of back shield part. Needs to have some gizmos or something inside of there. It's looking pretty cool. Definitely liking this better than the hexagon shield thing. Here I'm just kind of massaging the verts a little bit to match some of the other forms. that I put in there. Just copy in that back piece. I think I'll flip it around. Have one going towards the front too. Looks kind of neat. It's getting a little large though. Just to vary up the shapes a little bit, maybe make one larger, thicker or something. That's looking kind of cool. It's kind of nice. Definitely like how that back piece is curving up, leading the eye back to the head. Bringing the eye back into the design again. Got some kind of pivot point gizmo thing inside here. That kind of works. So if you're rotating things, you want to make sure you have a different, a number of different options how to rotate objects in Max. About the local axis and world axis. You can have it rotate from the pivots of each individual object or from a central point. That's looking pretty cool. Has a lot of similar shapes to the head, but it's not too much like it. Just playing with how shield-like I want this thing to be. I think thinking of it more as a weapon is probably a better way to go. So here, just massaging the verts again, thinking about maybe changing up the form. Gotta bring in my fins again. Looks good. Alright, so here I'm just grouping the whole thing. Just kind of rotating it so it's at a good angle on the model. Because from the point of view of the camera where I rendered it out, I want the form to be visible, but still want it to look like it's attached to that forearm. But from certain angles, you can't really tell the shape all that well. You can't tell that it's similar to the head. So I just want to be sure that I see it the way I want to. And seeing what it might look like if it's huge. It's kind of cool, but a little bit awkward too. A little more anime than I want to get. So here I just selected it, then inverted, deleted everything else for the export. And I'm exporting it as an OBJ with materials. And ungrouping it. I forgot to add the different materials here. So ungrouped it, and I'm just assigning a bunch of materials to the different pieces. Then whatever unique material has a max, I can apply unique material in Hypershot. So I exported it, now I'm importing it here into Hypershot. First I'm opening up my robot file. You click the material, open up materials button, and it builds a library. All the ones that you've adjusted, etc. Your custom ones. So now I'm going into the new shield and importing it and merging it with the scene. same coordinates. So there, it's in the scene now. And I just hid my old ghetto hexagon shield, and just grabbing materials from my model and painting it, and pasting them onto the new bug weapon thing I made. Just playing around a little bit with different materials. I don't want to draw too much attention to it. That's looking pretty good. So here, I'm just going to go in and hide the different parts of the mech, and I'll just render out the new piece and import it into Photoshop. Save it as a TIFF, include alpha channel, and I'll render this bad boy out, and we'll be ready to bring it back into Photoshop.